Sage or Sunnyside?
No. Just thinking, how can this many people be so ill-informed, so ill-advised? I saw these people marching a mile. They said they'd marched a mile in the heat to get to city council to witness a vote on naming a portion of the street, boulevard, or whatever for Sandra Bland. And I thought, how many in that crowd would have given her $500 to keep her from killing herself? You know, it's a whole lot of people will act after the fact.
Absolutely.
But she needed some people to act before the fact. They first started lying and saying that she didn't have any telephone use. They showed in the jail she was using the jailhouse phone. No one would come and pay that. But all these people can march and act a fool to have a portion of freeway, a highway named after her. And they feel so proud of themselves. And you know, I heard AJ saying something to the effect that he feels sad to see so many black men being used. But I feel sad to see so many of my people, I don't care about the gender, being used. I mean, they're just proud. It's peacocks for this to happen. This is disgusting. But then I thought, maybe they thought, well, we better do this, so at least we won't get Fairview burned down. So, you know, I can understand it, but it's sad that we have come to this in this great nation.
And you're right, and that's exactly what happened. That Prairie View A&M is concerned that there's going to be some kind of demonstration. They've seen it, you know, the Waller County Jail. So I would tell you what we'll do. We'll name the street after her. I got to make everybody. She-Jack is there. Sheila Jackson Lee, she's part of this group. And so you're naming a street after a woman who, frankly, I mean, is this the kind of person truly that you want to name a street after?
Please. I mean, this is unconscionable that we are this stupid. And you know, and I didn't only see blacks. I saw stupid whites in there too.
Oh, sure.
I don't care what color you are. You are plain stupid to be marching for this kind of foolishness with all the trouble that's going on in our country. This president got us pitted against each other. Black against white, straight against gay, rich against poor, Democrats against Republicans. And all this hatred is going to... Think about the two people that got murdered this morning. I mean, all of this is because of this attitude in this nation, and it comes from the White House on down. Just like when Trayvon Martin, he comes up saying, if I had a son, he would look like Trayvon Martin. If he had a son, he would look as much like Trayvon Martin as those girls look like Trayvon's girlfriend. But we took all this foolishness. Policemen are getting killed. How many streets have been named after policemen that have been gunned down like a dog when they're out protecting us from these thugs, these criminals?
Joyce, and I have to tell you, you make excellent points, and when you make them, they resonate many times so much more than when I make them. And you know what? It is Houstonians like you, like AJ. If you're looking for someone to name a street after, if you're looking for someone who has done more for the black community than Sandra Bland could ever imagine doing,
that's true.
It would be you, it would be AJ. You speak out, you are brave, you are leaders. As I told AJ, and the same would go for you, you are a leader. You speak for many who sometimes can't speak.
And a lot of them, there are a lot of people think, just like I do in the black community, they talk to me all the time, but they cannot handle being ostracized. They cannot be, and they ask me sometimes, they tell me how their family is against them. And they say, how do you handle these things? I said, I have 3 children. And if I can't elevate my children to my level, I will not be debased to theirs if we're not on the same level. And that goes with everybody. I don't care if it's family. I love family. But I am not going back to the white liberal Democrat plantation, and I know it's said that I think I'm white and I hate blacks. I love people, period. I love my people. I love my community. But I am not going back to the plantation. And you need to leave the plantation. They are using you. And I've said before, we are prostitutes in reverse. We are being screwed and we are paying. And it's time to stop. It's time for us to elevate ourselves to a higher level than down here. I got to vote for Democrat because they love us.
Now, let me ask you this, Joyce. That's a great line, too. We got to isolate that. That's perfect. What is there anyone running right now? And I know we're way out, but is there anyone that appeals to you? Do you look at any of the Republican candidates now and see anyone that right now is saying some things that you like? There's some things that, I have a picture of one right now, but I'll just use one that's saying a lot of things that a lot of us like. But we're not going to say it, and that's Donald Trump, and I'm not saying who I'm voting for. Right. But there are people, Ted Cruz. Okay, all you have to do is take the ones that are so hated by the liberal media. That's all you have to do. Just take those. Joyce, that is so hated. I love when you come on. I love when you take the time to call me. I'm tickled when I see your name up there. Thank you so much for coming on. It's great hearing from you.
Thank you for being there. Just keep doing what you're doing.
I promise. Are you kidding me? Now that is a woman that deserves to have a street named after her. How about Dr. James Red Duke? Can we name a street after him? True heroes in our community. If we're going to begin naming streets after people, then we've got plenty of people in the Houston area, plenty of people in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, plenty of people in Texas that we can name streets after. Joyce made an excellent point, and she's absolutely correct. Prairie View did this because they're terrified of what might happen if they do not. So they changed the name of the street, named it after a woman who was depressed, suicidal, a drug addict, who fought with police, who went to jail, has DUIs, unpaid traffic fines, didn't have a family that gave a damn about her for the 2 days she sat in jail, couldn't come up with $500. We're going to name a street after her? You got to be kidding me. You did that simply to place those that you fear. And by the way, they're well aware of that. Well aware of that.
The sage of Sunnyside, Joyce. Love that woman. Great Houstonian. And she's got her mind right. And we need more like that, especially our old people who are stuck in them days, stuck in the lives. Since my black ass can't tell nobody anything, at least listen to that lady.